think the big question heading into Icebox is, did Pearl make EDG look closer to our finalists from Copenhagen, or are they actually for real? Forsaken getting pushed away by the drone. Starts off, Smoggy.
Early aggression. How do you come up with two? And he wants a bit more. Fight still being taken, but that's going to be the right click in play. Chichu eventually dealing with him. A nice and easy trade.
Smoggy is a pistol demon. He did the same thing in round one of Pearl. Ran forwards, got 2 kills, 3 kills, in fact, on Pearl. Instantly with the Ghost.
At this point, 2 players remaining. Left scrambling a little bit, I think. If you are PRX, you can see Benkai now forced to re-clear out through kitchen. Watching for that mid-push because he's been compromised for quite some time.
And look at how good EDG have been at pumping the brakes when they get into a man advantage situation on the attack side. They did it on Pearl. They're doing it again here as well. Just take a moment, pause, make the PRX defenders spread out around the map. Set you up better.
A lot of damage done at the end of the day, but the kills return for EDG.
And it's another great pistol round unless Mindfreak can pull off a 1v4. Which doesn't seem doable. Maybe if Haldon gives him a fight.
Yeah, not quite. Intelligent play, isn't it? Just a quick little peek. Jiggle for the info. Now crossfire setup down.
And of course Mindfreak worried that these players are just baiting him. Worried about a flank coming through. Kang is there, but a long way away. And nobody's good for it. Shuts down both of those stragglers left alive.
Moggy in the pistol round again, Josh, like you mentioned.
Not that it required too much of, the Jet play style.
So that prowess, not really being flexed really, but still shots were found.
Kills are kills at the end of the day, aren't they?
Yeah, and they have bought into this one with 2 rifles. You can see that Kang and Smoggy do have that in play. One of the headhunter bullets just got taken out in a double swing. Bit of run and gun, obviously, in play there when you got the Spectres. At this point, it's about making sure that you don't lose anybody else if you are Edward Gaming.
Spike planted.
Yeah, you want to try and keep this as clean as you possibly can. Haldon. Oh, with a pistol. I mean, they're shooting the body.
You are literally reloading, son, because of that.
That is
bad manners costing you your life.
Okay, Kang still got it under control. They're not getting punished for it particularly. And Haldon, of course, only losing a Ghost, not too bad. But I think that shows us a friendly rivalry going on here within the APAC. Head to head.
And these 2 teams, you might think as well, being from roughly
on in the past, respect the players as well, but always time for a cheeky,
show a bit of confidence,
bit of body shooting.
Show that you're not scared of the finalists.
Exactly. It just helps remove all the nerves, doesn't it?
Conversion here of this bonus round for EDG would be fantastic. Because again, bring up the same question that we did at the very beginning as well. Was the first map close just because of Pearl, because of that unknown quantity, or can they do it on a map that PRX are particularly good at?
Jing is very aggressive up here on A, but it looks like the spike is heading over towards B. PRX are very familiar with this kind of play, but Forsaken making some noise here. And there's 2 EDG players.
Taking a lot of damage, but the angle's still being watched.
Baited in.
Yeah.
And that's a nice player advantage to be able to cook up. Haldon still left behind on what is going to become a strange late lurk. And on the other side of the map, despite not having many players here, PRX are still denied the flank. Oh, that is unlucky for Mindfreak.
And I love this proactivity. Already taking the back of the side as well, pushing right past their own Viper wall here. Risks are being taken. And they are being rewarded for it. Eventually, though, that is going to be the trade. You can see the Jing was able to catch that one, and Chichu well caught with a util out in his hands.
But not getting the plant down has cost EDG here. Haldon is on the latest lurk of his life. He spent all of that time, Brent, just trying to pick up a Phantom.
And not enough time left in this round to really do too much more. It's going to be the double face. Easily dealt with, and it was looking so good, honestly. I thought for a moment,
possibly just a single coordinated A push. The Viper wall going down at the beginning.
Not destroyed, you have to expect somebody push. When that goes down, kills are being found though, and yep, there you go. Dealt with. We'll jump up there onto the box, give Kang the angle.
And if you were wondering at the beginning of this game, were Forsaken and Jing just going to run over EDG, there's a round for you that answers the question. Taken down instantly by their counterparts, Kang and in this match, Smoggy. And I love the fact that they just pump the brakes every time that they get a player advantage. Yeah. I think there is so many new teams to the global stage that will push an advantage as soon as they get it, without taking a moment to breathe.
Not willing to slow it down.
Never willing to slow it down, and that really was a concern for me with EDG, judging by how aggressive their players are.
Yeah, that's how they played. But I think LCQ.
I think they're looking good here. They're just making sure that every advantage gets converted.
And it was said as well, before it was rumored, it was said in the interview we saw prior as well, that EDG really did get tested as well by teams the likes of Exet Optic
in scrims,
yeah, pushed them to improve. They've made radical improvements in that short amount of time that they have been here.
And they said they knew what the next step of their game plan would be. I think we're seeing it right here.
I think we're seeing it. Because there hasn't been this nuance before. When you watch their online games, if you're a fan of EDG, if you're watching that stage of the queue, you are seeing a step up, I think.
Yeah, I would
like the fact that they're playing with us up.
Yeah, that's the impressive part, isn't it? And PRX just forced a save in this round. Howdong had a lurk play going, actually, up towards the top of Tube. He just never got an opportunity to go for anybody. And now it takes how Smoggy and the rest of EDG are actually thinking about breaking apart these defensive setups. And it's another really good start to a match from EDG.
That cloudburst onto the recon. Does avoid all of that one and a dash back. But just before Forsaken collects that kill onto Kang Kang.
And it's still A aggression from PRX, but it's much more proactive. Forsaken dropped down to what in the hell?
Also been watching as well, just that mid approach. And that was playing there a lot.
Yeah, that was Howdong on the lurk. Last time he went up Tube, this time underneath. And how does Smoggy and nobody play this?
Take flight. That's the question.
Dangerous position to drone from. It's only Smoggy watching.
Really
now Smoggy trying to work off the back of the drone.
But entirely doable, I think. Positioning is known. They know it. The bottom side of Tube here. Nobody. Through. Recon's gonna be really easy. Warbagged him. Oh my goodness!
What a play!
And nobody has been elite in the online stage, but now a mighty task ahead of him. No bullets left. That Prowler just about latching on to his heels. 30 seconds remaining. Players are low.
30 seconds left.
Try and isolate a fight on both of them. A single bullet will do it.
A single with a breath onto Benkai and Forsaken would take them down.
Look at this play. Back of his mind. He has shown phenomenal game sense and mechanical ability. He contact plays towards A. Here's the footsteps. 10 seconds remaining.
Left.
No need for a headshot, but delivers it anyway. And he has his ult to play off. A shock dart, a recon dart. Nobody is so intelligent in these situations, and he is outplaying PRX right now.
He's down to this. Forsaken versus the newcomer to the stage. Honestly, just the slightest bit of damage will do it. It's all about timing here. It's all about timing. Back to back. Where are the players playing up the ropes? I don't believe it! And a shot is found! An ace to clutch it through! Welcome to champs!
He's in the 7th place for damage per duel. He's outputting huge amounts of damage even when he loses duels against players. His aim is fantastic and he takes such smart fights. Able to put his team in positions to succeed.
Bit of that early aggression. Fast control of B main. Orb going to be propped up. In fact, Mindfreak's even playing inside of this one. Spam might do the trick on the half by here with the Stinger in play. Pops over the top of it. His orb is going down. He is isolated, but still gets away with it. Just the one on line. Forsaken's got the knives. How do you not get punished there? The wall over the top. This angle slightly ajar. Going to be able to find this one, but now the Hunter's Fury to try and supplement it. Pushes it through. Nobody just pre-firing at all the different angles. And he gets the damage. Creates the space. That late lurk from Howdong enough to secure it.
The spike down on B, but they're being able to create enough pressure in mid that doesn't matter. PRX are being asked some serious questions right now, but with guns back in hand, Jing opting for a more passive approach to the A defense. I think they've spotted where he's hiding, though.
They suspect this one, I think. Bring down portions of the wall. This is where Jing is in a lot of trouble. He's isolated. With shots like this, Kang Kang is leading the charge for his team.
He always is.
A bit of resin play though, a bit of disrespect being shown, but that's off the back of these footsteps that are being heard. Straight through mid now into orange. It's up to Mindfreak. What can he lock down? Is this angle going to be cleared? Updraft over the top. Information gathered. Not sure if he looked down or not, but he actually did spot out the one player. The discipline was there.
What a beautiful clear that was. I mean, that was so well played from Smoggy and Hardog in particular. And now PRX put in a horrible position to try and clear this. A crossfire in kitchen.
Just pinched on, isn't it?
Yeah, ripping them.
To play.
Don't know whether that's quite a verb, but I like it. It's all down to Defiant Forsaken. These rounds have been magic from Edward Gaming.
Just have to save these rifles.
Away. Almost.
Okay, they will get away with a couple of the weapons, but
this economic damage that they're doing to EDG doesn't matter.
To the bank.
The death from Devi is more important than any of it. PRX that they can go toe to toe with some of the best. And I don't know whether they're going to be able to pull off comebacks like that repeatedly.
No noise cues though. There's a lot of aggression, including that haunt. Being watched, Prowler over the top. Got to suspect it. Got to know that the players are there. Indeed, the players obeyed. Forsaken. No cloudburst in play. Can't cover his track.
Caught. Spike going down. All of the players from PRX on the other side of the map as well. Howdong looking to pick people up.
Aggressive plays being made. The up angle though, what? You've got to be joking.
I mean, that is a really nice play. Just flooding players into Howdong there allows them to get rifles back. Whoa! Devi!
There's no way. There's no shot. You can't be whipping this one. Still collects the kill. Down to Mindfreak.
Here.
Noise space.
Has a Viper's Pit.
Yeah. Suspected he might be top there with a bit of a tap there. Now onto the spike, but this is going to be the late load straight through into mid. That's Chichu. Watching all.
Op the op. Out of play here as Kankan takes it up towards Bell.
And that is going to be the first kill found. What an impeccable one at that. No Mindfreak. No Viper utility to try and block off 410 or any sort of aggressive play that might come into way. And you can see the pace once more being injected behind this one. Just trying to clear out Maze, but I don't expect that Jing could be up top here. Viper's Pit is dropped down though, so these angles are not going to be quite as clear. Jing wants to try and drop down into them anyway. Wants to take the fight, but somehow, some way, Howdong once more comes through.
That is a spectacular. EDG are putting the hurt on PRX more so than even FPX did in the final tonight. You know, this is a world-class performance coming out from EDG right now.
Those are the questions we had for this team. How are they going to be competing against the top dogs? Well, you know, that 8-1 scoreline. Quite comfortable.
And they're actually playing quite controlled on these defaults too. EDG leaving not just Kankang to watch over towards A, but multiple players. Is that just a spam through the smoke there? I mean, Benkai deleted.
And still, pressure applies, but Kankang, I mean, this guy just creates diamonds. You try and force the issue.
And he just goes for more, doesn't he?
Relentless aggression. Willing to play confidently, take the risks, why not? Even against that half fight. Fundamentals that Edward Gaming love to have on display. It would have been PRX in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, PRX, FPX, these kind of things. But there's the fight, getting the better end out of Kankan as he goes for the widest swing with his attack operator. Perhaps this is the round where EDG might be getting a little overconfident, but listen, I can't blame them. They're 9-1 up currently. And the res brings Kankan back online anyway. Puts him back on the line.
Well, that's going to be a push down for a tube. Forsaken is dealt with.
And there's never a hole in this default. At least not one that PRX can find. They exist on the map for sure, but it feels like EDG have a great read on where PRX's players are going to try and challenge. Which areas of the map they're prodding and poking.
The spam with the Vandal, fearless man.
Yeah, and that's Howdong pinging out the position that Mindfreak is normally holding the smoke spot. These players are learning so quickly on the global stage.
Contact plays, on contact plays. This time it's Devi's turn apparently to try and work his way through down into tube, but again, and about brushing each other's backs, aren't they?
And the pit that's been used from Mindfreak, getting nothing. Howdong finding the timing on everybody through mid. Apart from Devi. But this is brought to a 3v2, where once again EDG have site control. And apart from a couple of rounds early on in the half, they've been able to manipulate these defenders so well to always being set up on the angles first.
Intelligent from Mindfreak to be able to catch the one player out, but not quite. Edward Gaming not sleeping at the wheel, are they? The instantaneous trade, that's going to be the 10th round.
How in them?
You want to
Standard
play?
play.
Let's play.
Trap as well, cuts up those angles, knives in play on top of it. The drones are clear through. No strangers to this one, obviously.
On the other side of the map, Forsaken and Jing will not be deterred.
Yeah,
they're pushing aggressively again, even though normally EDG have 2 players watching for this. PRX are getting good information on the other side of the map.
I'll say, nobody is one away from the goal.
Here.
Well, Skill will do it. Now that Viper fuel back up, it's going to be the same fight, drop down, and an updraft play all the way up close and personal. Taking position into there. Howdong's pushing forward. Jing should not really be favoured there. The fight's still being taken, but a nightfall on top of it, that's going to be pushing the players back and giving a bit of space now for Jing.
They know that Jing's behind. Forsaken being able to win the jet battle has given his team a massive advantage. Are EDG going to go through a double push through the smoke? Just a single tap from Howdong, trying to trigger out some kind of response. But it's PRX with 2 rounds.
Yeah,
Maps that I would have also expected PRX to go for, and PRX have the advantage on. But who knows with this? I wasn't expecting Icebox to be this one-sided.
Yeah, honestly would have said it on, I think, both the maps we've seen so far, but all that pressure being applied just through the choke point, that's going to force out the horns and the wall as well, portions of it being broken off. In fact, the killer already being found with Smoggy falling.
There goes Smoggy. The pistol ace sub that EDG have brought in has been very good in these kind of rounds.
Still trying to take it. Okay.
Divide just about being able to take the second one.
This is what you're going to see from Edward Gaming, is that they are not going to be afraid still to get straight into the action. Kills being found backwards, forwards. This way, that way. The wall dropped up.
Player standing.
And away across now, all up to Chichu. Still being watched off. But players are low enough here that there is a possibility. It's going to be that double face, though, that eventually shuts it down. And so the pistol round is a reality.
Yeah. For EDG, I don't think you quit.
Good job, you didn't curse it. As soon as you said that, I was like, why did you? Why did you? But listen, we're getting back into it.
So these kind of rounds, a good opportunity to take a look at how EDG are defending. So it's a bit of a multi-purpose Viper wall over on B that Howdong is throwing down.
Playing fast and loose at the positioning, though. Looks like they've already rotated a lot of the bodies over towards this one side. Can they try and take the fight? The answer is yes. That's going to be a trade. In fact, another one just underneath belt. Just underneath the rafters, I should say. Still looking for a couple more with the pistols.
The Chichu's
Just running and gunning, man.
A Mindfreak, he didn't have a weapon until just now.
It's a Mindfreak!
What a thrifty! And that has put the nail in the coffin, Brent. If there was any hope of a comeback, to me it's the consistency of shots being hit that's absurd.
Yeah.
And the fact they're keeping it up, winning the duel against one of the best teams we have in the world. There's Smoggy getting a bit too aggressive without support, however.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a showcase, honestly, of maybe the gap with Life not playing. Smoggy was out in the open there. There was no one covering that belt angle. So the Chichu does not play here. Well, the Horn spotted him, and the Seas on top of it. Latches him in position, and it's set up Forsaken beautifully. 2 kills to open it up now.
Uh-oh.
Last player standing.
Playing weed inside that Viper's orb.
And that could have been an opportunity had Howdong found 2. But left the Kankan, not going to happen.
Yeah.
PRX have another lifeline with which to play. EDG, though, is still going to be able to...
2 hero rifles.
Bring them down.
A heavy presence in mid, actually, watching this one. It's going to be that clash, I think, a bit of a battle taking place. Yes, indeed. Straight for a tube. That's Smoggy. Rattling off the shot. He's going to be healed himself up as well. Flex another one for his trouble.
Already Kankan on the push, though.
Hey, oh my goodness. Coverage needs to be in play. You don't want to be using that weapon.
Yeah, good luck being able to execute the flank with the shorty now. Headhunter bullets expended. What? No, I don't think Devi intended to go for that one.
Yeah, that's an unusual one. Still, going to be able to get space. Gains onto that A side, but they have handed over the weaponry, at least exchanged shots here and there.
remaining.
No more rifles taken out of the hands of him.
No touch.
And it looks like a position where Jing should get punished, and he does Jing things by. On the attack side,
You want to play?
doesn't normally play
play.
these kind of situations too aggressively, more just to support the rest of his team. But Devi has the spike heading towards A right now, and it is such an aggro setup from EDG.
What space from EDG? Kanga takes the fight, nobody trying to bail him out, but at least there is the swing. Forsaken's able to trade it, but you never expect the follow-up. Smoggy's still up top of belt, all the knives expended. Forsaken's just trying to get the hell out of there.
2 players up. Jing, if he finds a kill, will have the res back online. Bodies all over the place. And Chichu on the fast flank.
Yangle. Tap the rifle, repositioning, and the spike drops down.
That's a res, but that also gives time for Chichu to start working his way forwards and deny these bodies. Sorry, apologies. Misreading that one. Thought that was Jing that we were watching. It's Forsaken, of course.
He's managed to grab the spike. The spike is taken! Bit of run and gun in play! Hold on. He forces the favorable fight. He doesn't go down.
Their first time at a global event. And they're just looking masterful.
Dash to the side. That's the knives in play.
Fearless.
Impeccable crosshair placement from Smoggy.
And absolutely fearless. I mean, just not worried about Forsaken running into him there at all.
Anticipating the wide spin as well.
And that's the first death. PRX cannot afford it. They need 7 rounds in a row clean.
The res, but it's so far out in the open. They're walling for it.
Oh!
Breaks the portion. Brutal! But the spam is there. There is going to be coverage in play. Recon against the side. They heard the drop. Mindfreak's going to be closer towards me. It's going to be that double swing now. PRX has to be clean with the fundamentals. Has to be clean with the gunplay. They are coming out at least. Popping out one short engagement. There's still a minute left. They could pump the brakes if they wanted to, but it looks like they're opting to just try and take the fight right into the barrel of Kang. And he's pushing back up, re-clearing into the position. 2 of the players left standing. All of these liberties being taken. This could be it. The final blow. And it's just down to the singular player. Devi cannot stand up against it. Map number 3 is on the cards.
What a play. What a map. And the questions start to get answered. EDG are